Good evening, how are you doing? Quick sound check, let me know if you can hear me okay. Hopefully, we're in business. Hey Peanut, how are you doing? I think you were the first in, you're certainly the first to comment. Black Arrow says winter, cool, like the effect on the windows in TSW2, so this should look even better in TSW3. Thanks for showing the game, Tintin. No problem, Black Arrow, my pleasure. Thanks for being in. Sounds okay, excellent. Yes, I wasn't meaning to keep you in suspense today, Peanut. I just wanted to have a quick look through, and I was going to play some of the TSW stuff, TSW2 stuff, I should say. And some of the real stuff that I want to play is coming out on PlayStation tomorrow. So remember, we haven't got everything on the PlayStation so far. We've got a 3-week gradual release. And the 187 is coming out tomorrow, and I wanted to show the newly improved and fixed 187, so I might do that on Wednesday, because I think Wednesday will be the next one after this, if you want to make a note. So I thought today, let's go back where we started last week, and let's have a look at Kassel Wurzburg. But in particular, I thought, why not run one of the scenarios? And I was looking through before. Let me just find it. Where's Kassel Wurzburg? There we are. So in scenarios, we have got this one called Wurz Winter, which is 1 hour and 20. Poor weather has slowed down the lines, causing adverse signalling and traffic. So I thought we'd go for this one. We'll put all the safety systems on, of course, which hopefully will help us on this journey. So just before we get into it, let me quickly just put the link out. Give me 1 second. There we go, that's that done. Okay, cool. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do this scenario, so why don't we jump straight in. I'm expecting some rough weather on this one, just based on the description. And it says 1 hour and 20, but I don't know, you guys that have been playing TSW3, these scenarios that have got timings next to them, have you found them inaccurate, like I have? I did one before on Cajon Pass, and it said it was 30 minutes. It actually took me 1 hour and 10, and I did it to time. I wasn't slow or anything, so that was a bit weird. Anyway, so this one's 1 hour and 20. It could actually be 2 hours, but let's see. Right, okay, so this is a scenario, so we've kind of got to follow what it's asking us to a certain extent. Looks like the reverser is already on for this one, so let's check everything else. We want the lights to bright. The desk lights are already on. Let's have the brake key on. We will want the wipers. Let's put both wipers on. There's an IC3 just leaving ahead of us. Let's get the safety systems on as well, because I think we're going to need these. So CFA, PZB, LZB, because of course we're starting under LZB, AFB, and we'll put it on the unrestricted AFB. Hoof, how are you? Good to see you. Hoof is also learning PZB, a little bit like Puzzle Peanut. Jessica, how are you? Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. Patrick, how are you? The day's going okay. How are you doing, Patrick? Who's still on vacation in France? Very nice. Right, let's get the doors locked. I think we're on the left-hand side, aren't we? Yep, let's do that. So, because we are under LZB, we can put the AFB all the way to the top. We need to release the brakes. LZB will control the speed, so let's put the throttle up to maximum. Although saying that, it might wheel slip, so let's see. If it wheel slips, we'll pull it back a little bit. Yep, there you go, straight away, slipping because of the snow. So let's do this gradually. 86 kilometers to Fulda. Let's go outside. On Wednesday, you're installing TSW3. Oh, that's correct. Yeah, you've got it, and you've not started it yet. Hoof, that's right. Yep, you did tell me. Right, we're just building up the power. We're starting to move. Don't know if it's gripping or not. Why is it not? Why are we not going? Come on. I don't want to put too much in because it will just slip. The throttle's on 83%. %. Let's try this. We haven't got any brakes on, have we? Let me just check. We've only got the train brake on this train. Hi JK, how are you? Yeah, sand. Yeah, where is the sand? Let's have a look. Where's the sand? It is trying to go, but it's let me just bring that back a little bit. Is it one of these? Where's the sand on this one? Do you know, I don't even know where the sand is on this one. Parking brake released. It should be, because it's trying to move, yeah. Let's just have a look. Where is the parking brake on the back wall? Do you know, I don't even know where the parking brake is. Oh, it's not the brake key, is it? Did I lock... Wait a minute. There we go. I'm an idiot, officially. It's the brake key. I wondered why we weren't moving. I should have left the brake key. It's because we've took over this service, and it was already set up, ready to go, apart from safety systems, so that's my fault. Ah, dear me. Hey, we'll get going yet. Oh, yeah. It's always something like that, isn't it? It's always something simple. We're still wheel spinning though, so let me just drop the throttle a little bit. So I'm assuming this is going to be a very stop-start scenario, but let's see. Hey Stace, how you doing? Oh, your name's coming up in green, and you've got the little Tintin badge there next to your name, designating you as a member. That's very nice to see. Thanks again for that. Big GG to Stace there for becoming a member. You feel you are special. Of course you're special. I'm going to drop that throttle again, just so we don't spin. Right, LZB will take us up to 140, I think it's 140 that, but we're going up to 180 anytime now. Let's take a look at this snow effect outside actually, because it's now got the effect of kicking the snow up at the side, which is quite nice, isn't it? Laserjet, how you doing? Nice to see you. Oh wow, look at that, it's gone black. I think actually this is the first service or scenario I've actually done in the snow in TSW3. So this will be interesting. Dark smoke, engine trouble. I hope not, Black Arrow. That's right at the beginning of the scenario. They have put some random things in, haven't they, in the scenarios? As we saw last week, where we had the alarm, which was going off the whole time. That was a random event, wasn't it? So it's good that they've put a few of those in, but hopefully we don't get an icy one that blows up on us. But let's see. I bet half of you guys have already run this scenario. I'm a little bit behind you. I want to gradually put the speed up so that we're not slipping, so that we can get right up to the maximum LZB speed. So I'm just going to keep feeding it. Actually, while we're in the tunnels, we should get more grip. You're playing City Skylines, nice. Jessica says electric train smoking, so it's more than an engine failure. Yeah, I don't know what that is. You've not played this scenario yet, LaserJet? No, I played one scenario on stream last week. I think this is the second one I've done on Kassel Wurzburg. I've done a couple of services though. I've been having trouble actually running the freight services with the safety systems on. On PlayStation it was having trouble cancelling the CIFR alarm with Circle. So I don't know if that's just a PlayStation thing. But I've had real trouble with that. Guten Abend, Farah. How you doing? Hey Corby, you sneaked in there. How are you? Alexander, how are you? Alexander's got the Queen as his avatar there, very nice. Right, so we're picking up the speed. We're going uphill at the moment. I hope you guys liked the emergency stop video. I don't know if that helped any of you guys. I know most of you guys are quite experienced, aren't you, when it comes to Train Sim Worlds, but I know it's helped a few people out. It's one of those simple things, isn't it, that when it happens, you panic and you don't know what to do, so that's the reason I made that. That and the fact that Peanut also asked me. I'd already done it when Peanut asked me, I just hadn't uploaded it. So I decided to do the one for the Javelin, because I always get stuck with the Javelin one. The Javelin one's not straightforward either. It's easy to fix it, but it's remembering it when we've all got, you know, several hundred other trains to remember. So I just thought I'd put those on just as a quick tip, because they're only quick videos to make, so I'll keep trying to remember a few like that and just put those on in between the streams if those help. Look at Stace. Stace is using the new member-only avatars. Love it. That's weird, seeing myself come up in the chat. Alexander says, is Train Sim World 3 the same as Train Sim World 2? No, it's not. It's a lot different, I would say. It's similar. I think it's similar, but it's not the same. You can use all your TSW2 routes in TSW3, so if you get TSW3 you won't lose anything. That's the main thing, but I think this one is with the weather and the new lighting, etc. It's much better. The other thing is that they've also decoupled all the loco DLCs from requiring a certain route. before you can play them. So, for example, if you wanted to buy the Class 33, you used to have to already own West Somerset. But going forwards, they're uncoupling that, so you'll soon be able just to buy the Class 33. So that'll be the same for all low-code DLCs going forward. So I think that's a good step. So it looks very similar. Nothing's been done to the HUD that I know about. But I've been playing it now, just over a week. I think it feels like a different experience. I'm quite enjoying it, to be honest. I've immediately removed TSW2. I've not even got that on the PlayStation anymore, because I thought going forward I'm just going to be in TSW3, so I just removed it. Right, so the speed's coming off. This is LZB slowing us down. And it's telling us in 3 kilometers we are going down to 0. So that is what it is doing. That's why we're slowing down. Can you drive the same train you have on Train Sim 2 if you play 3? Yes, you can. All the routes, all the locos you had before are all across in TSW3. Unless you're on PlayStation, everything is already across, but PlayStation's been staggered over the next couple of weeks, so they're releasing more DLCs tomorrow. Don't know why that is. That's a Sony thing, apparently. But yeah, you won't lose anything. So you'll get these new routes, and you'll get your old ones as well. And the old ones have been improved to have the dynamic weather system as well. Let's take a look outside. Yeah, that snow particle effect's really nice, isn't it? It's much more realistic. A giant bridge. There's a few of those, Black Arrow, actually, along this route. There's quite a few. If you buy TSW3, can you delete TSW2? Yeah, you can do, yeah, if you want to. Some players will leave it on because they want to complete all the achievements for TSW2, but TSW3's got its own set of achievements. So it just depends, really. Depends on you. You can run both, but I've taken it off. I think it was Puzzle Peanut who said last week that TSW2 now looks dull compared to TSW3 with all the new lighting, etc. I think I agree with him. So I don't think I was ever going to keep TSW2 on there. It takes up a lot of space as well. I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I've got the 1 terabyte extended storage in my PlayStation, so I've got plenty. I've got plenty of space. But I know if you've got the standard PlayStation, you've only got a terabyte. And I think it's probably the same with the Xbox, isn't it? The Xbox is a terabyte, I think. So yeah, it's a big game to leave just sat there. You should install it, Stace. You absolutely should install it. Now I've put all those hints and tips videos on the channel, there's no excuse. You can also stream it on your channel. That'd be good. I'd look forward to that. You're going to pick it up, Alexander. Nice. So we're going this speed. This is LZB controlling the speed. This is not me being slow or anything. It's one of the safety systems keeping us in check. The Xbox SSD can be extended. It's a lot of money. I think the PlayStation one was let me think. I think when I bought it, it was about 125 quid. But if you remember when I built the PC over the last few weeks, I got exactly the same SSD for that, and it was in the sale, and I think I got that one for 85 quid, 90 quid, something like that. So they do go on sale every so often. And that was a 1 terabyte, yeah. That was a 1 terabyte extension, yeah. I've got the throttle on max and we're getting some wheel spin, so I'm just going to take some of that out. $52 kilometers to Fulda. I don't know about you guys that were on the stream on Thursday night, but I thought about that stream quite a lot when we were on the Cajon Pass in the lightning storm. I still think it was great. That was the first real time I've experienced the full-on lightning storm in TSW3. I thought it was great. It was really good immersion on that stream. Now you're a master of building PCs. You can help me build mine when I get all the parts. I thought you already had one, Stace. You've already got a PC, haven't you? Or are you buying a new one? One terabyte costs half the price of a Series X, does it? Wow. Do you have to have a special SSD then for an Xbox? Sounds like it. Yeah, Black Arrow, that lightning, I was so impressed. After that stream, I took my headphones off and I thought, wow, that was something else. I actually surprised myself. Because I was thinking to myself, this is no good. You guys are watching this, and it's nearly gone pitch black. It doesn't make a good stream when it's pitch black. Then we got the lightning storm. Everything kept brightening up. On occasion, we had the forked lightning hitting the track in front. It was great. You almost had to stay to the end just to see if we got there. You want a pink and white PC? Oh wow. Just get yourself a new case then, Stace. Just get yourself a new PC case that's pink and white and just put everything else in it. That'll save you a few quid, you know. I don't think you're going to get a pink graphics card unless you spray paint it. Evening Dave, how are you? The SSD has to have the same special speed SSD as the Xbox Series X. Right. It's not manufactured by Microsoft, is it? By any chance? You know what Microsoft are like, they usually try and own everything that goes with their own kit, so you can't buy anything elsewhere. They kind of corner the market, don't they? Yeah, you can get white one stays actually. Yeah, you're right. That's good, Dave. That's good. Now that you're retired, Dave, you'll be playing this all day, will you? Stay says, have you not seen my setup lately? I don't think I've seen it at all. You'll have to post a photo of it on your YouTube. That's a good idea for your first video on YouTube, that. Just give us a tour of your setup. Right, picking some speed up again because we're going downhill, but we've either got signalling problems or there's somebody in front of us that's making us stay at this speed. 3E company, which are friends of Microsoft, yeah, doesn't surprise me. Yeah. Right, we've got a red coming up. That's why we're slowing down, 2.3 kilometres. I don't think it lets you post a link, actually. I don't know. You're level 400, Dave. Wow. Level 400. Wow. I think when I transferred the profile, I was level 250. I think currently I'm 261, something like that. So I've done 11 levels in a week, which isn't bad, and I haven't played it as much as I normally would in a week, to be honest. So I'm quite pleased with that. Yeah, send it, Stace. I'll have a look. I've obviously seen you streaming on Twitch, but I haven't seen it from the other way around. I haven't seen what your setup looks like. I know you bought a lot of stuff from Amazon, didn't you? Which I think was also like pink themed. Hello Kitty and all that rubbish stuff. Mr. Water, how you doing? Mr. Waters made it through all the adverts again. Kobe's cotton done. So Sparrow. Good, Mr. Water. Hey, we've only got 10 days until Train Life comes out, by the way. So September's already going really fast, isn't it? So that freight train must have been in front of us. It's just pulled out into the loop there, which is allowing us to speed up again, which is nice. So at the moment, looking down here, we're okay to go up to full speed. There's nothing in front of us currently. I have to take a screenshot of that. That was nice. Yes, I will. Yeah, I will be streaming Train Life, definitely. Looking forward to that one. And as you say, Black Arrow, we've got Construction Sim on the 20th, that's right. Actually, there's been some streams, hasn't there, about that over the last few days, if you have a look on YouTube. Been a few people with an early release copy. I was watching some of that, looks alright. Let's hope the controls are alright, because the previous version, the controls were a bit dodgy. Just in my opinion. So I'll probably give it a go. Looks like you guys are all ready and waiting for it. Yep, Jessica's gonna play Construction Sim. Kobe, when was Train Life released on console? It's the 22nd, Kobe. So it's not quite happened yet. Another 10 days. You're 262, Farah. That's weird. I'll probably 262 when I get off this this scenario, to be honest. No, like I said on the other, the last live stream, the Train Life. You can think of it as on the road, but with trains. Because to me, that's what it looks like. You've got your own company. You give yourself a contract to do. You employ drivers. You assign them contracts to do. They make money for you. So it seems exactly like on the road, doesn't it? So I'm looking forward to it. Should be good. Yeah, the sky's grey, isn't it? And you look at the sky, once we get out of this tunnel that is, you can actually believe there's snow on the way, can't you? And I think that's what we thought when we were on Cajon Pass the other night. It did look like there was rain off in the distance, and as we went along, we went into that rainstorm, and then all hell broke loose, and we got the full-on electric storm, which was brilliant. They have done very well with the lighting, the whole weather system. "20 kilometres to Fulda." The sky is good, yeah. Got a bit of sun trying to poke out between the clouds. We should get the sparks, there we go. The sparks are really nice as well from the pantograph. Especially in the tunnels. Just those little touches, isn't it, that just give it some added appeal. And I think those sparks as well are appearing on Bakerloo, but I've only played Bakerloo once since TSW3, so I need to check that out. But I think we should get sparks in the tunnels. Drives trains, retires, drives trains. Yeah. Well, the rest of the DLC's being released tomorrow. Some of them are. and the rest will be tomorrow. The final set will be next week. Sorry. So we've got some tomorrow, some next Tuesday, and that'll be the lot then. I've kind of got my fingers crossed. In between that time, they'll release the 64 gig DLC fix, so that once we do get the last batch of DLC, we'll be able to have them all installed at the same time. Or we'll just be in the same situation we were before, so fingers crossed. You're gonna have to sign up for a Twitter account now, Stace. That's the problem with AI, isn't it? It just pops up and annoys you and doesn't have any feeling. Right, 8.7. So we should start getting slowed down again anytime. There we go. So it's starting to come down to 100. As you can see in the centre there, that's what we're going down to, 100. Walking on foot through these giant tunnels will be a challenge to find items. Do you know what? Was it? I think it was in the first TSW when we had the NEC route. There were some collectibles in the tunnels at the station, and you had to walk down the tunnels to find them just off the edges of the platforms. There were some. They were a bit of a challenge to find, especially at the beginning, where I didn't even know you had a torch when you're on foot. Didn't even realise for the first few months that there was a torch that you could switch on. So I went looking for them in the dark. I found them. But it was a challenge. These tunnels are long though, aren't they? They're very long, some of them. Down comes the speed. So you probably saw on that signal we went past, there was a 4 on that signal, which if you were following PZB, you'd need to acknowledge that, because it's telling you you're going down to a 40. But we're still under LZB, so the PZB signals and speeds, we can ignore them. We don't need to acknowledge them. You can see at the top there, top right, it is telling us indeed there is a 40 coming up. But LZB's taking care of all that for us. I'm just hoping it's going to stop, you know. We're getting a bit close for my liking, and the speed's only just coming down, look. I'm going to trust it. We haven't got a red light anyway at the end of the platform, so I'm not too bothered. And for some reason, the stopping markers have turned on. The platform, I don't like that. I'm going to turn that off. The coloured boxes there. I think there's a weird thing that if you do any of the tutorials in the training centre, it puts those back on again. Wow, look at this. It is actually taking us through the station. Right, so I'm going to brake. Now, I'm assuming that's a physics thing. Right, we're way outside the station. It's letting us do the doors, but you can see we're way outside the station. So, as long as everybody goes to the back of the train... So, there's one thing to watch then. It tries to slow you down, but I'm assuming that is a snow and physics thing, which has made us overshoot the edge of the platform. Which is not good, is it? I thought we were coming in a little bit fast, but it looked as if it was going to fix us. Maybe not. Nice sky with the breaking clouds. Yeah, we're getting a bit blue, aren't we? So is the snow going to stop? Or are we going over there where it's a bit thicker? Let's see. But that's not good. The LZB thought everything was fine. It did. I think it must have... Mind you, I wasn't getting any wheel slip, was I, in the hood? So, I don't know why it couldn't stop in time. And now we've got to wait till 3:10. Seriously? We've got a 6-minute wait. Right, in that case, do we go for a walk? Let's go for a walk. Let's go and have a look around Fulda Station. Do we get footprints? We don't get footprints, do we? That's probably asking a bit too much, isn't it? But you do get the snow noise underfoot, which is pretty cool. Right, let's go and have a look what's going on in Fulda. Here's the restaurant core. We're going to have a quick look at the restaurant core, because that's pretty neat. Oh, it's closed. There's always somebody on strike, isn't there? So these guys are sat here, look, in the Buffy car, waiting for the bacon sarnie and the cup of tea. Nothing's happening. Everything's closed. Can hear the German announcer. Just looking to see if there's any collectibles. I haven't actually seen any as we've been walking down here. There's the other power unit. PIS is telling us we're off to Wurzburg at 15:10. Yeah, look at that snow effect. It's great, that snow effect. IC3. Peanut's hungry, he wanted to stay in the Buffy car. You hope they find a way to disable the red circle when walking. Yeah, I know what you mean. It comes up every so often, doesn't it? What makes it come up? Oh, there you go. Yeah, I don't know why that is. The good old BR sandwich. Yeah, Traveller's Fur. It was, wasn't it? Traveller's Fur used to have all the contracts, didn't they? So we can go this way, can't we? As long as nobody follows us. This is the inner sanctum. Let's get that closed. Well, we got just under 2 minutes before we get away. I'll bring that throttle back a little bit, or we'll just be wheel spinning. So yeah, that was weird, wasn't it? Shooting through the station like that. But I don't know. To my mind, it seemed to prepare to slow down a little bit too late as well. So, you know, not just the physics that made it slide through the station, but to me, compared to normal, it didn't seem to slow itself down as quickly, as early, I mean, as it normally does. So, I don't know. Maybe that's part of the scenario. Have you done this one, Dave? You usually do all the scenarios first. This is called Wurz Winter. Right, we're nearly ready anyway. 20 seconds. Yeah, I'll ask him, Dave. Yeah, definitely. Let's get the doors closed. Right, 85 kilometers to Wurzburg, so let's see if we can get away this time without any issues. Let's take the throttle off and put it back in, which will reset it. No brake key issues this time. So the limit is 40. It's going to keep us to 40 to begin with. Going up to 140, 500 meters. Oh, you slid through the station as well. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, the services I've done so far, I've trusted LZB to stop me, and it's usually on the money. But this time it's slipped through. But I don't know if they're trying to tell us that that's what would really happen. But having a safety system that isn't quite safe seems a bit counterproductive, doesn't it, really? That's a good shot, isn't it? Right, so we can speed up. LZB speeding us up, of course. I'm just putting more throttle in and trying not to spin the wheels. You've done all the mastery for this and Southeastern, that's pretty good. Yeah, I'll ask him about it, Peanut. I'll definitely ask him. It is slipping a little bit. Mastery's not working right for Cajon. Right. The other thing that I noticed, there's a couple of things I noticed earlier. I pinged it to Farah as well, just to check on his. If you look at your profile screen, that is if you've transferred your profile from TSW2 to TSW3, like most of us I think have done. If you look at your profile screen, your favourite route and favourite loco, mine was showing as minus something, which is weird. All the medals were there. It's got the correct number of miles driven, the correct number of miles walked on foot, but the route and favourite loco had a minus figure next to it. So just go and check yours and see if yours is the same. So there's obviously something gone wrong with the transfer of the profile. I think my best route in TSW2 was showing as London commuter, which was route level 25 or something like that. But the more I think about it, what might have happened is London commuter being my... Actually, I think the Gatwick Express actually was also my most used local. It could be that on mine, because London commuter hasn't come across to TSW3 yet, that might be why it shows as a minus, because it's looking at my save file and saying, hang on, you don't have this DLC installed. So that could be why, actually, thinking about it. We'll see once it comes across. Once London commuter comes across, we'll see. But I noticed that before, and I was a bit worried the profile was getting a bit screwed up. Tanner family, how are you? Thanks for coming in. There's something else I was going to say about. Oh yeah, the other thing as well is that I don't know if you guys have been onto the website to look at your railfan shots that you take in game, because quite often I take them, but then I use them for the thumbnails for the videos. And wow, look at this sky, by the way. That's great. Went onto Dovetail Live to have a look, and the TSW3 railfan shots, they've been difficult to get them to actually show up. There's two tabs on there now. There's a tab for TSW2 railfan shots, and there's one for your TSW3, and you've kind of got to flick between the two to get the new ones to come up. Anyway, when they did come up, I got somebody else's. There was somebody else's railfan shots in my list, which was really weird. So I don't know how that happened, but then I noticed about half an hour later it reset again, and mine were back again. So there was another thing that I noticed. So I fed all this stuff back, but I just wonder if the mastery is playing up. The mastery and the railfan shops, they're all linked to Dovetail Live, aren't they? So it could be that there's maybe something a little bit untoward going on with Dovetail Live. I don't know. I know they have a special team, don't they, that just work on Dovetail Live. So you found it, no minus there on Xbox, right? It could be that route, my favourite route and local, as it calls it, are not existing, and that's why. So I'll just double check it. I just wondered, because of course on Xbox you've got all the DLCs, haven't you? So it can read all your DLCs. Can't see mine. Now, is London Commuter one of the ones? Let me flick up my list. Is London Commuter one of the ones for tomorrow? What routes have we got tomorrow? We've got the Harlem line, Sherman Hill, Horseshoe, Boston Sprinter. London Commuter is tomorrow. Navarca, Dresden, Hamburg, Lubeck, Clinchfield, Arosa, LGV, Munich, Augsburg, original Isle of Wight. So there's quite a few. There's quite a few routes coming across tomorrow. Looks like a good pack that's coming across tomorrow. And of course the 187 is coming across, which is the one I want to show you on Wednesday, if that's all working okay. Because the 187 is a beast of a freight train, but it's just not been working correctly. But it should all be fixed now. And feed some more throttle back in, because we can speed up. Dave, you thought they were putting AI passenger trains on Oakville and not seen any. Lots of men in orange prison suits though. Yeah, there isn't there, yeah. I've done one run on Oakville so far, and you're right, I didn't see any other traffic apart from the usual freight trains. Stace says, I think I'm literally the only one here that hasn't got a clue what's going on. It's like you're speaking a totally different language. Once you've installed it though, Stace, you'll get used to it, honestly. We've all been there, honestly. Yeah, Farah, I think that's it. I didn't realise until I just started talking about it just then. And then it was only then I remembered what my actual most used loco and route was. That I realised I haven't actually got them yet. So the profile's probably correct. It just can't tell me what it is because it can't see it. But it knows there's something there that's like route level 25. It just doesn't know what it is. So hopefully from tomorrow, it'll show it. Quite a bit of DLC to download tomorrow, actually. "65 kilometers to Wurzburg." How long have we been streaming? An hour. So it told us it would be an hour and 20 minutes, didn't it? This scenario. So let's see. But I will say about TSW3, every time I've put it on, I've looked forward to putting it on. You know, switching it on and jumping into something. I haven't used the sort of quick play option yet, which is what I thought I would be using quite a lot. I've not even attempted to do that. Somebody was saying on the forum that if you try quick play and you choose the option for something under 30 minutes, it will always give you a tutorial first if you haven't finished the tutorials. So if that is the case, there's something wrong there, isn't there? You want to do a timetable under 30 minutes, not a tutorial every time. It'd drive you mad. Because a lot of those tutorials, they're quite repetitive, aren't they? It's the same thing, but at the training centre, it's the same thing, different loco. So it may just need a little tweak to make it a little bit more random. But yeah, I haven't used it yet. I'm going to try and work my way through all the scenarios for the new routes. That's what I want to do. I think quick play will be very good for everybody, like Xbox, for example, right now, where they've already got all the routes that they own installed and can just press a button and it will choose a random route. Whereas on PlayStation, like I've been saying, we're not in that position yet because the 65 gig limit, it won't include everything, but hopefully it's coming out soon. You've not used it either, have you, Peanut? Quick play. The other thing, Stace, as well, is that if you do start to learn it, and you hear us talking about all the safety systems and things like that, you can just run the trains without those, and all you need to do is just basically drive the train. I'd say to anybody who just picks it up the first time, don't worry about any of the safety stuff until later. Just learn how to get the train going and just drive up and down for a little bit. And then you'll just naturally progress on to the next stage of it after that. And that's the way to learn it, really. Plus, I think the German stuff is probably the most difficult. The UK stuff is fairly straightforward. So don't start with the German stuff. You've reinstalled LGV and that's showing the correct level. Okay, cool. Wait, how have you got LGV already? I thought that's not out until tomorrow, or have they already been released? Okay, Stace, no problem. So LGV showing us on my list for tomorrow. Came out last week, did it? Right, well the list is wrong then. The list that they've put out on the forums is wrong then. I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that in the store. I wanted to put LGV on because I wanted to run those the LGV the TGV services on Southeastern High Speed. Oh, I get you. You're right. I see what you mean. Right, you mean TSW2. Right, I've got you. So the list is right. Yeah, it comes out tomorrow. Comes out tomorrow for TSW3. And it's confusing, isn't it? Releasing them all different times anyway. But it is what it is. I mean, as long as they're all coming out, it's fine. Right, so we've got a 250 coming up. We are slowing down. We're going to be okay this time. I'm interested to see what happens at Wurzburg. I'm a bit nervous if it does the slide through again when we get to Wurzburg. We may have a red light this time because it's the end of the line for us. So I don't want to slide through again, it's bad. So this time I'm going to keep a close eye on it, and if we're not going to stop, I'm going to put the manual brake in. You've got it in your route list, Dave. For TSW3 though. Are you sure? Try and fire it up in TSW3. Unless they've released some of them early tonight. I didn't notice it yesterday when I looked. I downloaded everything that was there. Right, it's there. That's a bit weird. I can't see it. Yeah, you've not bought it again, have you, Dave? You've not paid for it twice, have you? I don't think it would let you, would it? Because it knows you've already got a license for it. But you've still got TSW2 installed, so I don't know actually what it will show you. You know, it might look like you've got it, but really you've got the TSW2 version. Like I said earlier, I've took TSW2 off on mine, so I've only got the stuff they've released so far. Right, how are we doing? 31 kilometres. I think I did, Dave, as well. I downloaded Long Island Railroad as well. Was there? And I've not played Long Island Railroad for a long time. That was one of the ones I had to sacrifice quite early on because of the DLC limit. But I downloaded it because I was kind of hoping that, like I said before, by the time this 3 weeks is up with this staggered release, I'm hoping that that limit issue is fixed. So I thought I'll start downloading everything now, so that I don't have to do it all on you know, on day zero and be downloading all night. I thought I'd stagger it. $27 to go. Yeah, I've seen that Black Arrow actually. Yeah, it's a bit strange, isn't it? It does look like a video. I don't think it's got a very big map as well, has it? I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, you're right, it's Japanese, yeah. Will I be streaming TSW2 DLC in TSW3? Definitely. Definitely. I nearly did it tonight, actually. I did consider running Oakville, because there's quite a few routes that I haven't actually streamed over these few months we've been doing it. So I want to make sure I cover everything. So once everything's downloaded, I'm going to go back and make sure I do a different stream every week, showing all the different routes. I think from a streaming perspective, the 64 gig limit has kind of scuppered quite a lot of the stuff I wanted to do in TSW. It's different when you've got the whole choice of everything in front of you. You can just say, right, I'm doing that tonight. But the way it's been, I've had to uninstall some routes, put them back on when I want to play them, take them back off again. It's been like that since September last year. It's been a year now. So, but that's the plan. $20 to go. £35, is that how much it is? I didn't see the price. I did, somebody mentioned it somewhere. Could have been during one of the DTG streams in the chat, and I went off and had a quick look. I didn't see the price, so yeah, £35 seems a bit steep. As I say, it doesn't look like it's a massive map either. You can see the snow effect now. And we're going to hit a tunnel any minute. Well, we're good. Right, so we'll be slowing to a 230. Like I said, I'm going to keep my finger on the manual braking this time. Ready to go if we need it. So that beeping, every time you hear that beeping, it's notifying us that there's some kind of speed change or something coming up on the LZB. And in this case, you can see that we've got a 160 coming up. Kind of reminds you to take a look down and just see what's coming up next. So in just over 5 kilometres we're going to a 160, which will leave 2 kilometres until we stop at Wurzburg. So 160 with 2 kilometres to go, in my mind, is a bit fast. So let's just see. Right, so here's the start. It's gone down to 100 now. So we're reducing down, which is good. Down it comes, 170. Going down further. So that's the end. So the flashing end. So we need to release. That's where we release the the LZB. So on PlayStation, that's where I held in square, D-pad right, or you can do it here, the LZB release. So you can do it on the desk as well, but I've learned to do it on the controller. So we're nicely down to the 100. And it's in fact taken us down to a 60, as you can see there. You had TSW2 installed, Stace, and you don't even remember. Right, we're under PZB now. LZB's come off. So you can see this double yellow coming up. We need to acknowledge this, and we need to be under 85, which we are. Just acknowledge that. But you're installing TSW3 now. Excellent. Another recruit, that's what we like. I'm going to take the throttle off and I'm going to use the manual braking. And we'll just trickle our way in. So we're just coasting in. The AFB is still on, so we could set the AFB to whatever speed we want, but it's just easier to coast in at this point. See, there's a red right at the end of the platform, which we need to just be mindful of. And I forgot to take out those stop markers, didn't I, as well? So 500 Hertz, stay below 50, which the nearer you get to the red, the speed you need to be needs to lower, or it will break you, just to stop you shooting through the red. I'll catch up with the chat in just a sec, once I've stopped. Less than 100 meters. Alright, let's get the doors open. Right, set the train brake to full service. Let's do it with the handle. Oh, that was the emergency. Didn't want that. Brake key to locked. Set the reverser to off. Let's do it with this again. Remove the handle. If I can find the right place. That's it. Leave the train. Black Arrow says, what button do you press to turn on the handheld flashlight again? So on PlayStation, when you're on foot, you can just see it there. D-pad right turns it on and off. But it does work actually when you're on foot at night. Stace says, not played a game in over 2 months. First one I'll be playing is this. Do the you just don't do the German one first. Southeastern High Speed is probably the best one to start with, I would say. And leave all the safety systems off and just go A to B just to get used to it. And of course do the tutorials first for that particular loco. So that wasn't bad. Well, that one was on time. 1 hour 15. That one took us. It said 1 hour 20 for it. 182, nearly 183 kilometers. Just that one issue when we got to Fulda, where the LZB slipped us all the way through the platform, which was a bit strange. It behaved itself when we got to Wurzburg, because we came off LZB and we went back to PZB just for the entry to the station, so we were a bit more controlled with that. Puzzle Peanut says 500 Hertz magnets and I have issues. Yeah, that is a strange one, because you need to gradually reduce your speed. The nearer to the red you are, the lower the speed you need to be. So Black Horse says, nice run, good route in the snow. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I enjoyed it. And I think that was all I was going to do tonight, actually. I just wanted to do that one scenario. And I think, as I said, we're back on Wednesday night. If the 187 has been released, then we'll do the 187. I think we'll do some freight in the 187. So it'll be Germany again. But I want to show the 187 just in case any of you guys have not bought that yet, because it is a good one. I know you've got it, Dave. There's just before we go, there's my profile screen and what it looks like. So you can see the bottom section there. Favourite train, favourite route doesn't register, and it's showing a minus. So hopefully tomorrow that will be fixed. So thanks everybody for coming in. Appreciate it. Thanks Stace again for being the first member. And I'll talk to you all on Wednesday. Have a good night everyone. Bye for now.